Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. If you are here on this video and you haven't watched the video that I just posted where I was talking about Musa Mseleku doing an interview with News 24 where he was talking about the backlash that he is receiving as far as him announcing the pregnancy of Makwela and me fighting the fly that was disturbing me in my gossip. Please go watch that video. Okay, I was fighting the fly. It was me against the fly. It was the war. You have missed a lot, okay, because I ended up killing the fly. Okay, go watch that video. At the same time, I was talking about Musa Mseleku and him dealing with the backlash. So go do that, okay, and then come back watch this video. Now you guys, in this other article, like I said, you guys, that I don't know, maybe it's just like the PR that he is doing to try and control the narrative, because of course I don't think that the response of the viewers with season 8 is what they thought it was going to be, okay, because we love our wives and we don't feel like our wives are happy. None of the wives are happy, okay? Even Makwela is acting like she's happy, but I don't think that the fans Baga Makwela think Makwela is happy. I think the fans Baga Makwela, they feel like Makwela is acting like she's happy, you know, just to spite the other wives. And when the wives are not happy, we the fans are not happy, okay? So they're trying to do some PR thing, doing some interviews that you just don't understand why they're doing them. This man needs some rest. I've been saying he needs to take some sick leave, okay? So here, you guys, Mpumelelo has written another article. This one, they are saying in this article he is addressing the lack of sister wives unity, okay, because he says that was contributing to, you know, how things didn't go the way that they were supposed to. Is the lack of unity, okay? The way that this man will blame anybody, he will blame the mountains, the cats, the ants, the dogs, the stones, the trees, but he will never blame himself. This man will never say the reason that things are messy is because of me. I am the cause. I am the reason. He will never do that. He says it's the sister wife's reason, okay? Makwela and choosing Mpumelelo over Sneh. He's addressing everything but himself. Okay. This man needs to go to therapy, because the therapist will tell him, say, you are the problem. You are the common denominator. You are the one that is married to Makwela. You are also married to Mayeni. You are also married to Makumalo. You are also married to Mangwabe. You are also married to Makwela. So if all of these women are unhappy, you are the common denominator. So you are the problem. If all of the yellow houses are miserable, you are the one that goes to all of these houses, because these women don't go to each other's houses. So if there is misery in all of these houses, you are the common denominator, because you're the one that takes the misery from one house to another, to another, to another house. You are the common denominator of the misery. You know, you are the one that transports the misery between one house to another, to another, to another house. But he will never talk about that, okay? So he will be addressing here why he chooses Mpumelelo over Sneh. Let's find out. Yes, okay. Reality star and business person Musa Mseleku has opened up about the 8th season of his family reality show Uthando and his team. Listen, I'm looking for an article where Musa Mseleku is going to address why, as a businesswoman, he didn't have money to pay his hospital bill. The polygamist and his 5 wives told the city press that his family was humbled and proud of his milestone for the show, or this milestone for the show, being they are on their 8th season. Mseleku and the show's success could be attributed to Mzansi Magic and the viewers. And you know who he doesn't count? Musa Mseleku and Babu Kumede. Yes, yes. And by the way, you guys, he hasn't addressed those guys, okay? That's why the show is going left. In fact, he needs to go and fetch them, and they can remind him what the vision was from the beginning. When we came on screen in 2017, we were taken by surprise when we received so much interest from people. But we never thought that the show would receive so much attention and love from people, he said. The viewers were introduced to new family drama each season. However, this season seems to be unraveling more unsolved family issues. According to Mseleku, though the season was shot months ago, they were all reliving the moments with every episode airing. Mseleku, who is also the show's executive producer, said, as the drama unfolded, the family felt like things were happening all over again. He said the greatest advantage is that the show has afforded us a rare opportunity to discuss topics that we would never ordinarily discuss. The disadvantage is that when your life is on screen, you allow yourself to be criticized by everyone. He admitted that exposing their lives on television had caused cracks in the family and added new tension. He added that I would agree with the sentiment simply because I can see that our level of maturity and intelligence is not the same, especially with the debates on social media. The business person with interest in media production, mining, and property development said it was understandable that the viewers were concerned about the family because they felt that they were part of the family, Mseleku said. What we see on screen is the reality of our lives. Certain members of the family share moments that are significant. I don't get any opportunities to compare these women, but they always compare themselves. That posed a challenge for me because I do not know whether I'm doing good or bad. He added, unity is the center of how we exist as people. There is a lot that we would have achieved if we were united. In the recent episodes of Uthando Nesithembu, the polygamist suffered a stroke and was visibly unwell in the diaries. He said he was now well, sharing that it had taken him 9 months to fully recover. He told City Press that the love and support he had received he was unwell had been amazing. He had received when he was unwell had been amazing. In the early stages of the reality show, the viewers were introduced to Mseleku's only sister, Mpumelelo, who has since vanished. In recent episodes, when talking about sending the Lobola delegation to the family of the new wife, Samke Makwela, Mseleku explained that he had sent his eldest daughter Usne because he did not get along with his sister anymore. Mseleku, who is also at odds with some of his family members, said that on the show that his sister believed people who told her that he was jealous of her. Success is a very dangerous thing that can divide people. My sister has her life. She must live her life. Members of the family could not accept my success. I guess there is nothing I can do about that, he said. He has been on good terms with his second, third, and fourth wives because he pushed for the fifth wife. So far, Makwela has only been welcomed by his first wife, Ubusisiwe, known as Umacele, while the other wives declined the request to introduce them. His fourth wife, Umbali, popularly known as Mangwabe, threatened to leave should Mseleku take another wife. She still stands by the threat, honey. Months and months and months later. Okay? The second wife, Nokanya, known as Mayeni, has left their natural home. Now remember, this article is written. Let me give you the dates, honey. Let me give you the dates. 12 hours ago. And they said they spoke to Musa Mseleku, but you get this name lies sometimes. It does. You see, now I don't know where I was. Okay, yeah, I know where I was. Bengila kuhamba khona umangwabe hlezi hamba. So it says here, the second wife, Nokanya, known as Mayeni, has left their marital home. Viewers believe that Mseleku's wives were distant and seemed resentful towards him. They are tired. This isn't, they are tired. They are tired of this man. Okay? Among other promises to his third wife, Tobile, known as Makumalo, was that he would not marry a person from her village, honey. KwaMadlala in KwaZulu-Natal. However, Makwela is from there. Mseleku promised Macele that after 20 years of marriage, he would not take another wife. Their 20-year anniversary was in 2022. However, he had maintained that he wanted a fifth wife and said that those who wanted to leave are welcome to do so. He told City Press that he did not intentionally break the promise. I have never made the promise that I don't fulfill intentionally. I believe there are many reasons for that, but as people will receive things differently, he said. Asked about the fifth wife's relationship with the other wives, he said, polygamy is a journey and we are all traveling. Makwela and I took our first step. As for the other wives, it is to be seen how they will treat him. Mseleku responded to sentiments that he favored some of the children over others. This was after viewers said that he was tough on his daughter Usne, while he easily forgave the son of Mpumelelo for the same mistakes. Mpumelelo has a lot of responsibilities. Like what? Making girls pregnant? Booking hotel rooms? What responsibilities does he have? Tell us, honey, because we don't know. What? Sitting at his mother's couch? Eating his mother's food? Tell us, because we don't know. What responsibilities does Mpumelelo have that Snare doesn't have? We're willing to listen. We're over here sitting down and waiting. Okay, what responsibility does Mpumelelo have that Snare doesn't have? Okay, Snare is expected to look after herself and her children. What I only want from Snare is to realize that she has a life that requires her to work hard, and Mpumelelo doesn't. I don't trust her at all, but being surrounded by these women, I get advice on how I should deal with her situation. This season, the father of 11 has shown vulnerability in front of the family in camera. So this journalist took that answer. Like when he said, why do you treat them differently? He says, because Mpumelelo has lots of responsibilities and Snare doesn't. And Snare just has to take care of her children and herself. And then she was like, oh, okay, now let's move on to the next question. Okay. Mseleku said, men needed to find a safe space to express their painful feelings. If a man if a man as powerful as me can be vulnerable, it means all men can do it. Listen, you guys, we're all okay with men crying. But Mseleku just cried just a little bit too much. And he was crying for things that I like, listen, you just can't go take all of these women as wives and then cry about it. Cry for things that, we understand you need to cry about. Don't be asking me to take his time, and then after you take his time, you cry about it. You know. Commenting on the viewer's suggestion that the family needed to take a break and solve their problems off screen, Mseleku said that if Mzansi Magic still wanted them around, they would continue to do the show because they also needed the money. I'm just adding that for them because I know what they're thinking. Of course, if Mzansi Magic still wants them, they will do the show. He said Utano Nestembu allowed the family to discuss issues that they wouldn't normally tackle off screen. I also support the fact that if Mzansi Magic still want them to do the show, they should absolutely do the show because they do get to make a lot of money from the show. So why would they say no to the check, honey? Because Makumalo pays the insurance, but how long is Makumalo going to be able to pay that insurance? Okay, so if Mzansi still wants them to do the show, they should do the show, honey. Okay, because also what are we going to talk about over here if they stop doing the show? Okay, They need to consider us, honey. Okay, they just can't be making decisions to stop the show. What are we gonna eat? Okay, they need to consider us. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway, you guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. I was waiting for Musa Mseleku to address that whole thing. They made a big article choosing Snare over Mpumelelo. And then the journalists just took that answer. Now I'm just even suspecting, did she even talk to Musa Mseleku? Because how is that an answer? Mpumelelo has lots of responsibilities, Snare doesn't. That's it. What responsibilities does Mpumelelo have? Sitting on his mother's couch and eating mayonnaise food. That's his responsibility. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Genitanda.